Hey everybody, it is Super Indo here, and I'm bringing you another Dark and Darker video. And yes, this video is part of my series of where I bring the most talked about topics and the most suggested topics from the Dark and Darker Discord community, and I bring it to YouTube. And what we're going to be talking about today is the Rogue class, and what people kind of want to see added to the Rogue class, maybe starter gear wise, perk and skill wise. With that being said, I understand that there are some Giga Chad rogues out there who think the rogue class is perfect, and you guys are amazing at doing what you guys are, like whatever you guys do. Coming out of the shadows, stabbing people in the back, getting kills, running in the dungeon with no gear on and coming out with a ton of gold, bringing the Wraith to a 3-man and going Invis and watching the Wraith wreak havoc. I get it. You're amazing at the rogue. But overall, the community kind of wants to see some changes to the rogue. And with that being said, let's talk about it. All right, let's get started. So please keep in mind that these are the most common topics or the most common suggestions that were brought up in the Dark and Darker Discord community. So first things first, let's go ahead and talk about the starter gear and the new weapons that the community feels that they want to see or implemented. First, a lot of people felt that rogues should have a rapier as a starter weapon. This would allow for better sustainability, more survivability. That range with the rapier will allow them to kill mobs a lot easier. Number two, they want to see a one-handed crossbow added that purely the rogue class could use. I feel like the community is kind of split down the middle on this one. A lot of people want it, a lot of people don't want it. But in my personal opinion, if we're talking about Dungeons and Dragons, one-handed crossbows were widely used by rogues, and I personally think it would be very interesting to see how it would be implemented with the rogue's current perks and skills. So I think this would be a pretty interesting idea. Thirdly, a lot of people felt that throwing knives of a stack of 3 wasn't enough, and that 5 is a better number because it would promote people to use them more. And lastly, for the starter gear and new weapons, a lot of people were perplexed that rogues didn't start with a invisibility pot. And a lot of people brought up the fact that a 45-second cooldown on their hide skill can seem kind of long, especially when they're in a bad situation, and a visibility pot could potentially help with that. Moving on to changes to perks and skills. The first one is a lot of people felt that caltrops should be switched from a skill and instead be a purchasable trap for rogues, kind of like how bear traps are a purchasable trap for rangers. Secondly, people feel that the smoke bomb skill should be a throwable rather than just something you poop out or something you just drop and run away. This next one might be a little confusing to wrap your head around, and it might be hard for me to explain, but I'm going to try my best and hopefully you guys get it. I really am going to try. I'm not the best with words. The rogue's hide skill or the rogue's invisibility skill, when paired with the stealth perk, it should proc a stamina bar and allow for more steps and running. Now, the argument for this was a lot of people felt that Wizard's invisibility spell allowed them to run and move as fast as they wanted without breaking Invis. So a lot of rogues feel that what should happen, not a lot of rogues, sorry, but a lot of people in the community feel that what should happen is if you use your hide skill and you stand there, then you'll stand there for 60 seconds. But once you start moving or running, then a stamina bar will come up, and as you're running, it will show you like, okay, you have this much time until your invisibility is broken. And obviously, it wouldn't be for a full 60 seconds, as if they were standing still. It would be maybe for 15 seconds or whatnot, something much less. Hopefully, I explained that well. And the last change to perks and skills that the community felt that rogues should have is that rogues should have a new skill that allows them to put out or blow out light sources from a distance. So torches on the wall, candles, or anything like that maybe rogues should be able to have a interaction distance, or I guess a farther interaction distance than other classes. I thought this would be interesting because it really plays well into that, rogues like to stay in the dark and then they want to fight in the dark. So that's it for really what the community really felt that or the most common topics that the community felt that the Rogue needed either work on, improvements on, and so forth. All right, before I let you go, I just want to thank everyone for watching these videos, and I hope that you continue to enjoy this series. And please, if you would like to comment or talk about something, please comment below. And I love chatting with people. It's something I really enjoy doing, so please do so. And one other thing, or two other things, if you guys can, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It just helps me feel good about making these videos. And secondly, if you can, please add me on Twitch. I do try to stream nightly, and I can't quite put links on my YouTube channel yet, but I will put my logo down here somewhere, and you could just type it in on Twitch and follow me there. So thank you again, and don't forget, guys, tell a loved one that you love them. Bye.